A nurse records the number of hours an infant sleeps during the day. He then records the data on a normal distribution curve shown below. The values shown on the horizontal axis differ by 1 standard deviation. So the question is what is the mean of the data? Well, in a normal distribution, the mean is the same as the median, is the same as the mode. So putting that in English, what we know here is that 50% of your data, which I will color in red, will fall underneath the mean. 50% of the data will fall above the mean. The median would mean that, of course, 50% of the data would fall below, 50% would fall above because it's the middle number. And when it comes to the mode, if you take a look at the height here, this of course is frequency, and so the mode would also be the mean and the median. So the mean of the data is going to be 12. The standard deviation, well, if you take a look at these numbers, it goes from 12 to 14. That's 1 standard deviation we've traveled, and 1 standard deviation appears to be 2. So the question is, what are the values for A, B, C, and D? We can figure that out. It is a pattern. So it goes from 12 to 14, that's a standard deviation of 2. Well, if you add 2, you should get C, which is 16. D will be 18. And that's on that side. Over here, you minus 2, you get 8 for B. And you minus 2 again, you get 6 for A. So what percentage of days, the nearest hundredth, does the infant sleep between 12 and 14 hours? Well, in that case, what we're talking about is this bracket right here. If you look at a standard normal distribution curve, that's going to be about 34.13%. What percentage of days does the infant sleep between 8 and 16 hours? Well, B is 8. Okay, and then that's all the way over to here, which is 16. And so we're looking for this data right here. What you can do is look at your normal standard deviation curve and add each one of those parts. There's going to be 4 parts you're looking for. That's 13.59% plus 34.13% plus 34.13% plus 13.59%. So that, for 2, is going to be about 95.44%. As for 6 hours, that would be this little part right here, right before the A. On your standard normal distribution chart, that's going to be about 0.13%. So the question is, why is it not possible at this time to determine the percentage of days that the infant sleeps for less than 13 hours? Well, 13 would be between 12 and 14, and we want to know this percentage right here. Big problem. That it will not involve 1 standard deviation. You're going to actually have to find the z-score in order to do that. We don't know the area of the curve underneath the curve for increments that are less than 1 standard deviation, and that's the problem, but we can fix that by learning about z-scores.